What's up you guys, this is your man JD Phil here. Today we're going to be doing a fight stick mod on this Razer Panthera. This is going to be a two-part video. The first part today is going to be a button swap, and the second part is going to be a lever swap. For today's video we're actually going to be swapping these Sanwa buttons for different colored ones. As you can see, these ones are black and we're going to be swapping out for gray ones. So let's get into it. Okay, so the first step now is we're going to actually remove the wires from the buttons. As you can see here, the buttons are actually color coded with the wires corresponding to which button or which wire goes to which button. So for this, in order to remove the button, there's little tabs on here, so you want to make sure you just press it down and just slowly peel it back. There you go. Let's do it for the second one. Perfect. And then you have two tabs here on these buttons, so just just gently try to just give enough force, press both on the side and pop it out, and that's how you remove a button. Be sure not to be able to put too much force on it, because otherwise the tabs are going to break, and if the tabs are break, you're going to have to get yourself a new button. And so to be able to reinsert the button back into the stick, just put the button in, just press it down. You should be able to hear it snap on both sides of both the tabs, okay? And then just afterwards, push the wires, push the tabs back into the micro switch. Just give it a good tug, make sure it's tight, good. Okay, and that's how to do a button swap. So we're gonna be able to do the rest of these 7 buttons, and we should be able to have a complete procedure of how to be able to swap out all your entire buttons. Now you can do this for any buttons, whether it be Sanwa, Seimitsu, or Crown. The procedure is going to be the same thing, as long as you just make sure that you know which wires go to which button, and you make sure that at least the tabs on the micro switch are securely intact. So we're going to go ahead and do the rest for the 7 buttons. Perfect. Okay, see, as you can see here, we actually finished doing our button swap process. Not too long, took about maybe 5-10 minutes. Very simple and easy process. Now the next thing to do is to make sure we test it out and make sure that all the buttons are corresponding and working. Do note that if you are going to buy Seimitsu or Crown buttons, it's going to be different than the Sanwa buttons. As you can see, the one holding in my left is the Sanwa, and the one on the right is the Crown buttons. So the difference between the two is that the Seimitsu and Crown buttons, you're going to have tabs for this. So it's going to be a little bit different process because you no longer have the tabs. So instead, the process is similar to how we did the Sanwa button swap. The only difference is that once you put the button through into the fight stick, you put it in, then you put your screw in tab, and then afterwards place the wire in. So just keep due note of that if you ever do want to switch to Crown or Seimitsu buttons. Perfect. After a few minutes of testing, all the buttons seem to work. We've had no problems. No button sticky on whatsoever. All 4 buttons are working. Tested the further 4 buttons. We macroed this, so tested it out and works no problem. So be sure to check out part 2 of this video. And then the second part of the video is we're going to be able to swap out this Sanwa lever for a Phantom lever. So stay tuned.